Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a fun day. I have just felt like super impressed that I need to help share some tips that I have actually learned in the way I've set up my life that will help you in this season of being quarantined or sheltered in. I live in California, so we are sheltered in at this moment. We can only leave our house to go get groceries or essential things like pharmacies and grocery stores and those kind of things are open. But for the most part, we are staying home, and the Winkle family is staying home as much as possible. We have gotten out and gone for a walk because you still need the fresh air. We're going to clean up our backyard so that way we can do like a staycation. But there's just lots of things. I'm drinking my coffee from home, which actually is helping my budget. You guys know we started a debt-free journey early this year, and so I've already been looking for ways to be more frugal. And this is amping it up. In fact, that's probably some of what I'm going to do on my channel, is to help you guys do some frugal living things, because I feel like a lot of us are going to be affected financially from this COVID-19, and I want to help any way I can. But today's video is going to be about how to help you work from home and homeschool, because that can be sort of this really weird thing that I found myself in early on. Well, the whole time I've been homeschooling, I've also been working from home. I work outside the home a couple days a week doing hair, but even that I brought home for a season while I was first homeschooling. So I feel like a majority of homeschool moms, they are stay-at-home moms completely. So they don't have the pressure of having to figure out how to work and do school. And that's a generalization. There's a lot of us out there who do work from home and homeschool. But I feel like a lot of you are finding yourself in that position where you have been able to bring your work home, praise Jesus, and your kids are also now home with school. So here's some of my tips. This is what's worked for us. Adjust it how it will work for you. But I still get up in the morning and I get ready every day. I know it's kind of fun for a few days to like work in your jammies, do school in your jammies, but I feel most productive when I'm showered, I have normal clothes on, and I have my makeup on. It's just how I feel like, okay, I've already done something, and you know, I would say if someone comes to the door, but they shouldn't be, or if you do have to run to the grocery, or if you want to get on Facebook and connect with somebody, I don't know, it just helps. I feel like it helps me feel like a normal, productive person if I am showered, dressed, and ready. My second tip is make your bed. I don't know what it is about making your bed, and every like productive person I ever follow says make your bed, and so here I am telling you make your bed. It just does something for your mind. And have your kids make their bed too. That's one of the first things we do. I let them come down in their jammies, have some breakfast, and then I make them go upstairs, get dressed, make their bed, brush their teeth. So we all do that because it just mentally is like, okay, one task done, my house is a little tidier, I'm a little tidier, let's get to work. It just does something. So we make our beds every day. My other tip for you is this isn't normal. This isn't school. This isn't you working at work. So if you need to flex with your schedule, do that. So I block schedule. That helps out the most for me. So I have a certain rhythm to my home. I don't necessarily have a very strict, like from 9 to 10 we do this, from 11 to 12 we do this. It's we wake up, and I generally let my kids kind of just stir themselves because I usually work a lot in the morning before they're up. So that way when they're up I could be more attentive to them. So I let them stir themselves, wake themselves up, but they know when they wake up, first thing is breakfast. Then the next thing is get dressed, make your beds, brush your teeth. So I do different blocks of time and rhythms to that day. If you're working from home and your hours are a little stricter, then do that. And then if your kids, like especially the younger ones, that they don't have to log in online for their school right now, do your school after work, or do their school after work. It doesn't have to, like, flop your day if you can, if that works for you. I think that was the hardest thing in my mind, is like, okay, well, school is from 9 to 3, so I need to do school from 9 to 3, but work is also 9 to 5, so how do I do this? So I made it where I sometimes work from 6 to 9 a.m. and then I work again from 8 to 10 p.m. I'm able to do that. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're having to log in at a certain time, but your school can adjust where you might be doing school from 3 to 6, and that's okay. Let your kids have their free time in the front half of the day when the weather's nice and they can get outside. And then do school in the evening. Just really adjust your mind that it doesn't have to fit into a box, because none of us are living in this box. Everything is wonky right now. So just kind of embrace that. And I like to make a rhythm, because the days you're gonna see stuff comes up, the dishwasher breaks, the dog chews something up. We don't have a dog, thank goodness. But something will come up and it will wreck your, if you're very, very scheduled, it'll wreck your time period and it'll make you feel like you're in a tailspin. But if you have a rhythm of like, okay, after school we do lunch, after lunch we do chores, like no matter the time of the day, the kids kind of know the flow of how the home is going. So I say create a rhythm and have fun. This season is going to go quickly. I know it feels like it's dragging right now, but we're gonna look back and be like, man, I had 3 weeks at home and I didn't enjoy it. I lived through the recession in 2007, 2008, and there was a lot of times where I was home and I was waiting, please let me get back to work. And I'm feeling that now too, right there with you. But then I look back, I'm like, man, I wish I would just enjoyed that a little bit more, because that was actually a little break that I was getting that I wasn't appreciating. This is gonna end. It will end. The season will change. So embrace the season that you're in right now. Make it work for your family. Don't go going crazy on Pinterest and comparing or doing any of the things. Like, make it work for your family. We are all in kind of like the survival mode, and you know your family, you know your kids, you know your schedule best. Make it work for you. And that's kind of how I do mine. So I'll give you my day if that helps at all. So my ideal day, I should have brought my bullet journal over with me. So I wake up at 6, I do my Bible study, and I do just some self-time. This is when I watch YouTube from like, you know, I watch a lot of Christian YouTubers. Anyways, from about 6 to 8:30 is kind of just like wake up, get my Bible study done, get some coffee, just kind of slowly wake up. And then from about 8:30 and 9:30, I do some work that I could do. So this is where I text clients, I check in with my emails, I just do those kind of things. My kids usually wake up about 9:30, so that's around that time I'm doing breakfast and those kinds of things. And then we usually try to start school around 10:30. And we do school till about 12:30, and as soon as we're done with school we eat lunch. Then I have the kids just do quick chores, like a quick clean. Right now during this quarantine season, that I'm having them wipe down the light switches and the doorknobs right after lunch. So at least it's getting done once in the day. And then they kind of have their free time to do whatever till about 3-4 o'clock, and that's again will be a little work block for me. Again, I check in with clients, I do emails, I do my posts, I edit videos, I do whatever. And then around 4 o'clock is when we kind of start reining it back in, like, okay, make sure that your zone is done, your cleaning zone. This is when I try to start dinner. Dinner I do around 5, because we usually have evening activities. So I usually try to do 5 o'clock dinner so we could be done by 6 and on to our evening activities. But now my tummy just growls at 5, so we're still doing dinner at 5. And then again, like I said, we usually do have some sort of evening activity from around 6:30 till about 8. So right now that's just kind of free time. And then around 8:30 is when I start winding them back in for showers and things like that. And then by 9:30 I try to have them in bed. So that is how we kind of run our day. And then when they go to bed, if I'm able to do any kind of work, that's kind of when I do that. So that's how I run my day. I don't know if that works for you at all. I just always like having ideas of what people do. So that's it. I hope you guys are surviving this season. I hope you're not just surviving but thriving. I hope you're finding the beauty in this chaos, and we will see you in our next video. If you liked it, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and we'll see you soon. Bye.